How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you about Workhorse today because they just popped up about 15% within a few minutes, and there was some big institutional buying on this. There's also some news about a congressman that says that he's not going to allow this to happen, not going to allow the USPS contract to go through. I want to cover it, tell you my opinions on it. I wasn't planning on doing this video, so there's no face cam, but hopefully you guys appreciate the content more than my face. I don't know who actually appreciates my face really here, but hopefully you guys like this. If you guys do, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. Now, I do want to give you guys a couple heads up. There are some links down there in case you want $50 from SoFi. I don't usually include this, but if you fund an account, a money account with $500 or more, then both of us get $50. So if you want to check that out down below, you can check it out. It's in the description. There's also a link down there to WeBull. You can get 2 free stocks. You can get something like Facebook or Google or Starbucks. Just deposit $100. Heck, you can do multiple of these and then get all the different bonuses. And then there is a link down there to BlockFi too, in case you want some cryptocurrency, you want to start investing. You can get up to $250 worth of bonus. And you can also get up to an 8.6% APY on your BlockFi interest account. There's also a link down there to my Patreon to see everything I'm buying and selling. Now, let's get into it here. So, all of a sudden today, we had seen kind of a steady drop in Workhorse, just like a lot of the other stocks. Some of the time it was up, some of the time it was down, but it kept kind of trending down throughout the day. And then all of a sudden, we went from a 32,000 volume to 154,000, just like that. And it shot up pretty quickly here. Then it shot up again. It shot up almost $1 within a minute because we got 1.6 million volume. Then we got 2.4. Then we got 4.6. There was a lot of volume very quickly here. And all of a sudden the stock went from just $15 up to $20. Now you can see between these couple minutes here, there were millions of shares that were bought. It looks like about 9 million or so shares were bought, and this is very significant. This is not most likely a retail buyer spending, 10 million times 15 would be 150 million. I'm guessing a retail buyer did not buy that much that quickly, but what we can see is possibly ARK Invest doing this. I think there are some people that think they did this because yesterday they bought a significant amount of shares. You can see they bought the dip heavily on this. They've been adding over time. Every once in a while they'll sell. But yesterday they bought a significant amount of shares, about 600,000 shares. Now, maybe they bought part of this. I can't imagine, though, that they just went and, tripled their position, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But yesterday they bought about $10 million worth. I think someone bought a lot, and whether they're trying to manipulate the price or not, I'm not sure. But it came out just around this time too, and Oshkosh fell down because of some news that came out on a Bloomberg terminal. Now, I don't have a Bloomberg terminal, so I'm actually using Meet Kevin's feed here. He covered it in a live stream that I was watching. Jared Huffman said in an interview that he and other members of Congress are going to aim to stop and reverse the contract of the USPS that was awarded to Oshkosh. He says it's an urgent situation where we cannot allow this contract to go forward. The bottom line is, if you are the Oshkosh Corporation, you probably don't want to start spending on this contract at this point because it's not long for the world or something like that. I can't see exactly what it says there. But basically, he's saying that their decision was not to electrify, which is interesting because I noticed that too. When they came out with this news, they decided that they weren't going to go all electric. They decided that they were going to do a mix of, you can see, either fuel-efficient internal combustion engines or battery electric powertrains. So they're going to do a mix. They were very straightforward in the past that they wanted to electrify. They wanted to bring electric vehicles to USPS. Biden also called for the transition of the federal government fleet to go all electric. This is something that was very surprising to me, that they said that they're going to do a mix of these. It says here, this guy says, the lack of clear communication of electrification by the USPS is surprising. The announcement leaves the door open to electrification, but the question is how wide. So I totally agree. I find it really interesting that this happened, and for the senator or for the congressman, it might just be a soundbite. It just might be something for him to throw in his campaign or something, that he's trying to improve the environment or something. But I wouldn't buy Workhorse on this news. You have to remember, I'm not biased. I don't hold any position. I would love to see Workhorse do really well. But a year ago, this was a $1.50 stock. This is before Workhorse was really in the running, or I guess it was in the running for the USPS contract, but not too many people knew about it. But a lot has changed since then, but still, you're talking about Workhorse without the USPS contract, maybe getting the USPS contract. I could see a little bit of a pullback, though, too, if this amounts to be nothing. I could see a pullback because it's up to $19 a share. I could see a pullback, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the future. If they increase deliveries, I might be interested in this again. I want to see them actually be able to ramp up production, and I think that's something that could happen. I don't know exactly when the next earnings report is, but I will be listening into that. I really want to see what they've been able to do this last quarter and see if they were actually able to do more on the production front, because last quarter they only produced 7 vehicles. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Please don't hate on me too much in the comments. Now, I want to say again, this is just my opinion that ARK might have bought a decent amount. I, again, don't think that they probably bought as much as we saw in volume. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that they were the cause of this. I don't think, again, that they have the volume to do that. But I will be curious to see what happens tonight. Now, I won't be around my computer to actually make a video, but if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram info is on the end screen. Maybe I'll include something if they actually have a big buy of Workhorse on my Instagram. It's on the screen with the next video, so I'll put it there. If you guys want to see what I'm buying in real time, though, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. I did a video earlier today covering all the stocks that I bought too, and I'll link to that on the end screen here. If you guys want, again, there are links to BlockFi and to WeBull and also to SoFi. So in case you want any of those, I'll put them down below. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and I hope tomorrow is a better day for us.